Hey folks, Adam Burns, the Wealthy Son here, and I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about expectations. A lot of people are failing in life simply because of the expectations that they either have set or somebody has set for them. You see, there's a such thing as aiming too high. There's a such thing as not having the right expectation or right goals set upon the right time. What do I mean by that? There's a time and a place for setting expectations. When you first are getting started in anything, whether it's a relationship, whether it's your spiritual life, or whether it's a business, you have to realize from the very beginning that anything that's worth having is worth taking some time out to explore, learn about, and perfect. Okay, so if there's 3 phases of growth that you have to go through in everything that you embark upon, you have to give yourself the allotted time to do that. A lot of people think that they can skip through things because they have above average talents and skills. Some people just think because they've been successful in other things that they're guaranteed to have success in other things. Sometimes you have to be humble and take a step back and say, I don't know everything about everything, and learn. And in doing so, you give yourself the proper time to have success. So nothing's wrong with aiming high. I'm not telling you that you shouldn't reach for the stars. What I am telling you is that you should give yourself a mark just slightly above average to give yourself an opportunity to have success first before you fail. Because most people fear because they fail. Most people will not go out there and explore other opportunities in life because they have failed at other things. If you notice, there are a lot of people who are single who will say, I'll never get married because, number one, they've either experienced a lot of failures in marriage around them, or they failed at relationships themselves and they don't think that they're worthy of being married and finding the right person or taking the time out to do so. Or they're at the point where they're selfish and they're not ready to add anybody else to their life. But for whatever reason, it could be a number of different reasons. But that's just an example of how people will quit on an opportunity to have something even better added to their life because they failed in other areas of their life. People have gotten involved in business who've been rock stars, but because they set the bar too high for themselves, when they didn't hit the level of success that they thought that they would, they quit. Not knowing that if they would have stuck around another year or two with the same amount of effort, that they would have yielded the results that they expected. But the deal is time, and it's killing people. People are setting unrealistic expectations up for themselves because of the fear of time and where it's going. It's just like spilled milk. I know you can't get it back. But guess what? Give yourself the opportunity to have success before you fail. It's okay with getting a whole bunch of success stories within yourself, short victories, to lead to greater success. It'll also allow you to gauge on what your growth can be, where your potential is, based off of something that you've already accomplished. But when you're starting something new, you don't really have anything to base it upon except for the average. So don't be scared to say, hey, this is what the average person is doing. I want to reach a little bit above that. And when I do, people will pat you on the back. You'll pat yourself on the back. And people that are out there mentoring people, my word of advice is this. If you're going to mentor somebody, set reasonable and realistic expectations for them. Because number one, they don't want to let you down. And sometimes people quit because they feel like they let you down. And number two, you don't want to set them up for failure. The more success they have, the more apt they're going to trust you. And when they go over and above the line of expectation that you set for them, guess what? They're going to feel even more confident about what you're doing and guiding them. I like to talk about my marriage because that's one of the things that I'm starting to have success in. I've been married for 5 years, and for the first 3.5 years of our marriage, my wife and I really didn't like each other. We fronted, we told everybody we had a wonderful marriage. From the outside, it looked like we did. But behind closed doors, we really, really didn't like each other. We tolerated each other. We worked together. You know, I have a war on divorce. Everybody knows that I personally have a special vendetta against divorce. But that's part of the only reason why my wife and I stayed together. It's because I wanted to break the generational curse of divorce. So here's the deal. You have to get committed to whatever it is that you're getting involved in. And so that you can help yourself commit, you need to find short victories within it. Because the more encouraged you are, the more likely you're going to stay involved. And the more longer you stay involved with the right behaviors, the right mentors, and the right examples in front of you, the more likely you're going to have success and yield those results that you truly want inside your heart. So that's my time, and I'll talk to you.